Beavers, genus Castor, are large semi-aquatic rodents of the northern hemisphere. Beavers are the second largest living rodents after capybaras. They have stout bodies with large heads, long chisel-like incisors, brown or grey fur, hand-like front feet, webbed back feet, and tails that are flat and scaly. They build towering metropolises, much like their distant ancestor, the human, and when adequately led can be far more efficient. I can tell you for a fact though, if there's one thing they are currently not, it is adequately led. I genuinely only bought this game because I couldn't get the idea of beavers building a fully functional society out of my head. I resent the idea of beaver utopia. We don't get a utopia. Why do these massive obese rodents get one? But I'll do my best anyway. First, a name. A nice dry plain here, some grass, no water in sight. Town full of beavers. Put that together, we've got a dry beaver. Starting by following the tutorial because it's one of those sneaky semi-mandatory ones. Cut down tree, build farm, eat carrot. That would be it for these little woodland critters, were it not for the ever-present march of industrial civilization. Beavers demand research. They demand homes. They demand the marvel of electricity. How did you get out here, beavers? By what sorcery have you ended up in the middle of these plains? And I've already run out of shrubbery. I love deforestation, but I also love having forests to deforestate.
Well, you can't grow concrete.
You can.
This is actually based on a real problem. Big Beaver tries to cover it up with lies, logging corporations and angry farmers, those sort of conspiracies. But the truth is that one beaver colony can take out 30% of the Amazon in 3 years. This is really inefficient positioning, by the way, but there's something funny about that, so it's staying. Its only purpose is to very slowly create square blocks of wood out of round blocks of log anyway, so it's not like efficiency is that important. Tree watchtower is the step I need to take to ensure I can keep creating these round logs. Or so I've been told. What does that mean? Oh, dryness. That's what the orange means. Barren wastes. At least beavers don't need water to survive. They live off sunlight and suck moisture from the air like cacti or camels. Plus we've got an endless supply of chocky bars right here to keep them ticking over. 3 water tanks was not nearly enough for 22 beavers. Who'd have thought? Though they were still breeding away when there wasn't a single living blade of grass nearby, so, you know, kinda makes me want to victim blame. Just a little bit. Why can't you fill up with water? It's right there. Just lean into the river, you stupid bastards. You don't have to wait for the pump to bring it to you. Irritation tower? Yeah, I'm fucking getting that way. First things first. Time to learn the art of stacking. Like Jenga, except really, really unsafe. This way, I can make a tower of beaver huts, and that way, if I need to get rid of a few, I can just blow up the bottom one and they'll all crumple down one by one in a pile of brown fur and giant teeth. I need more wood for this though, and trees are slow. Very, very slow. I can cut down the toothpicks first to give me a buffer before I get like 3 logs from my forest. But how the hell am I supposed to keep up with the children? I need beaver birth control. If I put beaver eugenics in a Steam review, do you think I'll get banned? Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so I've got a master plan here where I'll grow trees up here using an irritation tower, which it now occurs to me is a horrendous waste of water, and maybe that tower would have been better for a backup during droughts so all my carrots don't go limp and floppy, but doesn't matter, it's fine, trees in the wasteland it is. So trees in the wasteland was a colossal failure. It's just brown Q-tips in the wastes. I've got all this space here too, which I use for nothing, and this riverbed, which never has any river in it, so may as well put some fucking dandelions in it or something. I'll top it off with some inefficient farm design that the free country farmhouse beavers cannot come close to managing no matter how hard I force them. There's also now over 30 beavers. Of course, that's not a problem, except for the fact I don't have nearly enough food for 30 beavers. Just about the only thing I can feed these beavers is other beavers. You would not believe the sheer quantity of wood and rodent hours it took to create this large tub. Literally the only reason I have one of these. I've run out of beds, and while I don't think I should encourage them to make more beavers, what's the worst that could happen? Too many beavers? They're beavers. They're invincible. Oh, that
I'm
I
very
suppose.
hungry.
Hungry beavers want to eat. Can't hunter-gather? Can't eat dirt? Fish? Skill issue? Well, beeves, it appears we are at an impasse. You want food? There is no food. I think it just makes them unhappy though. I think mechanically, as long as I just coast by on 1 carrot an hour for a couple of months, they'll be unhappy and they'll give me a low score. But it's all... Oh, okay. They do in fact starve. Now, I'm not saying it isn't funny. It's very funny, but it's not very good for my success. So it's time for colony numero deux. However you say that. 2. The 2 word. I'm removing the middleman from crude innuendo and just going straight for crude. Research water, wood, berry. Research water, wood, berry. Easy. Would be easier if they had any sense of urgency. Carrot! I'm going a similar way here, as you can see. But there is one strategic difference, the likes of which has never been seen since the Normandy landings. Sure. Wait, no, hold on. Bridge! A whole new frontier, another side of river, more berry and tree and grass. I even have an efficient regrowing plan, with pine for short-term wood production, short-term as in a week, and oak for long-term wood production, mass production, long-term as in 155 years. It's like if you read blurbs and plan things work out better. It's not enough to convince me to keep doing it, but it's cute how much I can impress myself. Food situation is kinda dire though. Each drought kills the carrot field, and that means, oops, all berries. And then it takes a long time to spool back up, and the more beavers are born, the longer that grace period between eating all the berries and having long orange berries to go along with them. Oh dear, this is getting bad. Now the solution is potatoes. They're slow, but there's something about cooking them with a grill, and it multiplies the amount of food, and I could feed beavers forever with them. Grill's finished building. It's kind of massive for a grill, but it'll be worth it. Fuel. I don't have fuel. How do I make it so I do have fuel? Refinery. Manufactures fuel out of food and water. Food. I don't have food. That's why I need the fuel! And metal. What? This is impossible! Okay, so I guess I build a road out here to pull scrap from the extremely safe ruins. Fingers crossed you don't get crushed by falling rebar, Mr. Beaver, because nobody's going to be able to hear you out there. I'm realizing as I make this water wheel setup more efficient that I'm using so many resources doing it that it's sort of negating the entire point, but it's too late to back out now. I've collected a fair bit of metal, a lot of potatoes. Both are useless. Both need to be processed to serve any sort of purpose. The metal needs to go in a metal smelter to make it into usable metal, and I need a grill to make the potatoes edible, even though the beavers can definitely eat raw potatoes. They are literally animals that eat trees, but fine, I'll make your stupid refinery. 7-day drought. That's very large. And I only have 154 berries to last the entire thing, and beyond. Probably at least a week beyond that. I mean, I have 146 potatoes too, but who would eat those? Famously poisonous to rodents, a family of animals known for eating rotting food out of bins.
Wow, look, nothing.
I was so close to having the refinery built, or maybe the smelter. I was close to having a building built anyway. Well, give it a few million years and those beaver skeletons will be crude oil. Or something like that. I don't know anything about biology or chemistry or science, for that matter. It's just occurred to me that I could have built a dam to stop the water running away during a drought. A dam. You know, the things that beavers are famous for building. Pretty much the only thing they build, actually.